Hi there, folks. This is Darth Alice or Darth Cooper from FX Sabers or Ultra Sabers or whichever website you plan on being on at the time. What I wanted to show you was my new Starkiller lightsaber that I just created. This saber was all created from MHS Custom Saber Shop parts. Thanks again, Tim. It's all been machined by me using a combination of Dremel tool and also using, of course, a little bit of XY axis vise on a drill press. You notice the crystal chamber is all copper on the inside. I did that because I wanted something a little bit different and also a place to hide the struts to run up through the center for support. Then I polished the whole interior of it too, and we just happen to have a little crystal shop called Crystal Treasures down the street. Kudos to those guys, but they happen to have the perfect Arkansas crystal that kind of jumped out at me out of a whole big box full of them. I also took and created teeth all along here with a grenade section from the Custom Saber Shop because I wanted that to look a little bit different. These are all stainless steel struts that have been black powder coated, again for strength and also to give that nice accent like you see in the video game shots. I also want to give credit to Vader's Vault because I used their technique when it came to using micro switches for both the main switch and auxiliary, and also the recharge port setup. I figured, well, there was no real restriction on box length from what I could see in photos that you could see on the video game, The Force Unleashed. So I decided, what a great place to put a little power level indicator right here. Also, if you notice too on this saber, it's very well aged. I used a caustic soda aging technique, which is essentially drain cleaner. Immersed these parts for a number of hours until it started eating away the metal and creating a lot of pits. From there I used Birchwood Casey Black and a few other techniques too to get the aging process. You notice too there's a lot of brass and there's a lot of copper on this saber. Again, going by screenshots, I wanted something that looked accurate. Besides, I couldn't find anybody, and I'm near Detroit, that does any kind of electroplating or anything like that. I just have a local powder coat guy. So I had to go to the next best thing to get the right look, and that was to use copper. So here we go. Also too, I want to give credit real quick to Nigon over at FX Sabers, or Scott Bauer. He's the one that created the igniter board that came out last fall, and he updated my R1, which I never got to use or wire in, to an R2 model for me. So here we go. Kill key.
Begun the Cold War.
Now this sucker is pretty loud too. And as you can see, we got full battery power. It just booted up the board, and you can see the purple LEDs lighting up under that little acrylic window that's built into the hilt. In the front section, I'm going to pull this blade plug out of here. This is something kind of neat. I took this from FX Sabers for ideas, but I ran my own copper pieces on the interior to give it kind of more of an industrial look. Alright, then we'll install a blade. This is Ultra Edge Heavy Grade with the wrapping on the inside. Here we go. And I chose green for this font. It was originally blue, but I like green. And I like Sound of Yoda. As you can see the blinkies, you can set all those parameters up too. Flash on flash. Actually, that's blasters. Blasters are random color. Flash on flash. I like amber. And then lock up. And if you notice, the crystal is doing everything the blade is. Alright, that's the new, what is it? It's the Clone Wars font. Next font. People have asked me about this one, the new Tron font. Jeff Bridges. And it's cool on this saber, the sound is also venting up through the crystal chamber too. And it's got a nice pulse to it. Lock up. Blaster block. I can get it to operate. There we go. Sounds funny. And this one has, on each font you have 8 to 10 different slashes, 8 to 10 different swings, and different lockup sounds. And you have different ignition sounds per font too. Each font has 3 or 4 ignitions.
501
And this is what a Stormtrooper would carry, is what they're telling me, because it's more of a mechanical sound for a font. Let me fire this one up. And this saber I'm running everything at 1000 milliamp. So I'm overdriving the dies a bit, but I wanted bright. And with the blaster blocks, they carry on. It's kind of neat, because if you start swinging this thing around and hit a blaster, it'll keep completing and doing consecutive blaster blocks. Yeah, we still have power. Another thing about this board, running a 10 watt LED engine, it does suck up some power while you're playing with it. Alright, next font, what are we at, number 4 now? Yeah, this is Dark Apprentice, 4th font I've got in here. Another blue blade, real Sithy sounding. Swings, clash, everything is very dark. Lock up. Blasters. Alright, now this one's cool. This is the Force Unleashed 2.
accelerated cloning
Darth Vader.
still imperfect. Those who came before you went mad within months. I believed you would be the first success, but it seems you want to suffer the same fate.
And of course, I wanted red. It was originally a blue in the font configuration, but I like stuff different. Different blinky setup. I wanted a fast action. Lock up. I like amber lock up. And it's kind of neat when you hit blasters, it's different colors. I can get it to do it fast enough. There we go. There we go. Next font, number 6.
Old Republic Unstable.
Oh yeah, this one's neat. Old Republic Unstable. I was mentioning having something like a yellow unstable crystal. Here you go. And each font, again, sounds totally different. Force. Blaster blocks. Let's see. There we go. And then, next font.
Great darkness.
The Old Republic. Another blue one. Sounds Sithy. Random on this one when it comes to lockout. And then the next font.
Hello. My name is
This one's a little silly. My wife liked it though, so she likes this movie. Prepare to die. Purple. Good excuse for a purple blade.
I admit that you are better than I am. Then why are you smiling? Because I know something you don't know. And what is that? I
I admit it, you are better than I am.
Enough of that.
Then why are you smiling? Because I know something you don't know. And what is that? I am not an accountant.
And then clash. Metal against metal. Alright, and then the next font. And this is Nigon's creation called Father Son. He used a bunch of different sound fonts with this one, and this is another one that I wanted to be red, because it's so sithy. Got a good pulse going on, you can see that with the crystal. This is being my favorite font.